Hi, I'm Ranny Haiby, CTO of Networking and Edge at Linux Foundation. In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to tell you a few of the exciting things we are doing with relation to cloud-native networks. First of all, I see some familiar faces here in the crowd, but also some new faces, so thanks everyone for coming today. We recently ran a research survey together with LF Research and LF Networking among members of the networking industry, and we got over a few hundred responses. And we asked them about how far along are they in the transition to cloud-native networks, and meaning mostly adoption of cloud-native network functions. And while most of them, or close to 75%, said that they're already on some part of the journey towards there, we also asked them about the challenges that they're seeing. The challenges. Okay, and as you can see here, there are quite a few things that are slowing down the adoption. Maybe focusing on the four main ones, it's a lot about the know-how among the employees and the complexity of doing all that, and also the desire to remain not create any vendor locking and remain vendor agnostic, which I will get to when I explain what we're doing. So the first part of our approach to helping the industry transform is something called the Cloud Native Telco Initiative, which is a project under Linux Foundation Networking. And some of you may be familiar with some activities that were going on in CNCF in the last years, like the CNF work group or the TAG, the Telco user group. So what we did is we kind of merged all those activities under one new roof under the Linux Foundation Networking. So all these activities are now run under a single project under Linux Foundation Networking. And what this project aims to do is, as I said, to accelerate the adoption, but it consists of three parts. It has best practices that help bring developers and deployers up to speed and help them, guide them in how to successfully deploy cloud-native networks. There's also a test suite, and the third part is a certification program where you can certify your network functions to be compliant with the best practices. So this is a very interesting project. We have contributors from many parts of the industry, both vendors and service providers, who are working together to create these three parts of the solution. And this is, of course, an open source project, so everybody is welcome to join and start using it, but also contributing in any way you see fit. The next part of the solution is a project called Nephew, which deals with technically the orchestration of cloud-native network functions, but what it does is what you see here. It brings together these three worlds of cloud, of what works well for enterprise and what needs to be done for telco, and really use the same tools across all these three domains. There are two, I would say, concepts that are major in Nephew. One is the approach of using a declarative approach for automation, declaring or stating what is needed and not before getting into the details of how it's done. And the second part is reconciliation of that configuration with the actual network using techniques like GitOps. So there is quite a large community that is already working on this project, and they're already managed to deliver four releases. So if you're doing anything related to declarative approach to cloud-native networks or reconciliation using GitOps, I really recommend that you look into the project. Even if you're using a different approach than what is currently technically used by Nephew, like KPT and Porch, even if you're using Choreo or anything else for your automation, I strongly recommend you look at what the community is doing. The next thing is blueprints. That's also something that's been going on for quite a few years under the Linux Foundation. So this is, I'm sorry if it's a busy slide, this is even not the full set of open source projects that are related to networking and cloud-native networking. And what the blueprint does is collect several of these projects together and create a blueprint that addresses use cases. So if you're interested in how open source projects can be put together to deliver solutions and do everything the cloud-native way, take a look, follow this link, and take a look at the library of blueprints that are already delivered or in process. And then the last piece, why are we even transforming to cloud-native architecture? I think it enables a lot of telemetry and monitoring and collecting a lot of data from the network. And the next step would be to apply AI to create intelligent applications based on that data that is collected. So we just announced this week that we are launching a new project under the Linux Foundation Networking called ESADUM. And ESADUM provides a framework for building AI applications specifically for networks. So it brings general purpose tools, but repurposes them for whatever developers need when they build AI applications that are network-specific, things like anonymizing the telco-specific data and other things that are quite unique to the networking world. And again, this is an open source project. It was just announced. Everybody is welcome to join the game, start attending the meetings and collaboration channels, and it's open for everyone. You're highly welcome to join. And then finally, I want to mention that all this activity is done by our community members that come from our member companies. So although the projects themselves accept contributions from anyone, regardless of their membership status, if your company is already a member, then I would like to thank you for your contribution and keep up the good work. But if your company is not a member, you should consider becoming a member of Linux Foundation Networking. That unlocks a set of benefits for your company and kind of puts you closer to the game and give you an insider view of what's going on, but also an opportunity to influence where things are going. So again, you can follow this link here, find more information of how your company can become a member and what's in it for you and why it's better for you to be an insider at the Linux Foundation Networking. So with that, I wish you enjoyable rest of the day, and if you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. Thank you.